Check, check. Mic check. Oh, there's a lot of noise in there. Hang on, we'll fix this. Check, check. Check, check, check. Check that game. Hey kids, how's everyone doing today? Oh, that's super quiet. Let me get that mic up. Check, check. How's that mic now? Oh, that's way better. There we go. Oh, that's great. That's a good time. Hey, what's up, chickens? Cool to see you here. It's been a while. How's that bus going? Who's ready to see me burn a couple of fingers off? Just getting some stuff out, getting set up here. I do not know how it be, chickens. I have never attempted to fix a bus. I've destroyed buses. I did have one that we drove to Woodstock in, and we tore all the guts out and then welded tables to the floor, but that was the extent of it. I hear that. I have a really nice scotch here that I'm not going to brag about. It's just scotch. Just accept that I'm drinking it. How's the audio? I'm trying a new mic setup here, and I'm not trusting the readout. We're all really nice scotches, chickens. This is my favorite soldering iron. Watch how fast this thing heats up. Boom. There it is. Done. That was like 15 seconds, and it's this small. It's the absolute best. I love this thing. Let's put that somewhere where it will start a fire. Maybe right on this paper notepad. Maybe. Now I'm going to put it on this piece of shit. Chinese, like, HD capture card. You should stream what you're doing on that bus, or at least when you're doing something interesting. I found a lot of people dig that on the Twitch side. I'm just doing this to maintain my own sanity. It's working all right. I think it's a bit late to expect people to hop on, but it's Friday, right? It's only midnight Friday. I think that's all car repair, though, in general, though. I get it. So, if you weren't aware, Jaku and I snagged a crane machine off of Craigslist, or no, it was eBay. And the guy said, "Oh, it doesn't work." And I said, "Well, how hard can it be? It's all crane machines are a bunch of motors in one board." And of course, the one board is fucking fried. So you can see that down there. I mean, find the burnt spot. If it ain't working this way, let's try this way. Can you see it? I'll give you a minute. Here's a hint. It's in this area right here. So we got to figure out exactly what there needs to be replaced. The traces are still good, although there's signs of obvious past repairs in the traces, like here and here. What's cool about that is these traces are huge enough that I could just literally drop some solder on and call it a day. If this all ends up being a really bad idea, what I'm going to do is just put all new electronics in the thing. But I'd really like to keep it, like, original. Yeah, it's girlfriend bad. Whatever that is. Tell her she's correct. That was the exact response I had on the stream where I pulled this out. So, I don't want to replace everything. It'd be cool if I could keep what's in there. One of the big things I'm worried about with replacing everything is that this has... Oh. I should... Let me see if I can rotate this GoPro. Fucking hate GoPros. I don't know what made me try it on this stream, but I'm trying it. I'm giving it one last chance is what I'm doing. Let me see if I can flip the orientation. Down? Nope. Must be up. Nope. Nothing. Good. That does nothing. GoPros are absolute pieces of crap that I don't recommend anyone ever use. Done. Does that help? That didn't help either. It changed it at what I'm looking at here on the phone, not on it. Yeah, okay. Fuck GoPro. This thing will probably turn off in the middle of my stream too. I'm just excited about that. So, this thing uses 48 volt motors, if you can read that there. Let me just... You can't. So, this lighting is bad. I don't know why I picked this lighting, but I did. And we're gonna live with it. So, I'm dealing with 48 volt motors, which is a lot of voltage to throw through a board like this. Well, it's not just the voltage, it's the amperage attached to that. It's a full 1 amp. A lot of the modern digital boards for crane games that exist now can't handle a full amp at 48 volts. You need super thick traces like this or the whole board just melts. So that would likely mean I'd have to replace all of the motors and everything in that machine, at which point, like, that just means the machine is just a rectangular box that I paid a lot of money for. So I'd rather not have to do that. But you chickens are super familiar with rectangular boxes that you paid a lot of money for, that you've pulled all the insides out. So, let me see if I can make this light not so annoying. Yeah, super regretting using this GoPro, so next time I'll have a better camera. I should look into something for like very like macro views like this that's like USB powered or something, because I do a lot of this on stream. So just looking at this, I'm going to pull these components off and test them, although it looks like pretty much everything here wouldn't be something that would be super expensive to just buy and replace anyway. But just looking at this board, we're looking at what's in this burnt spot. Definitely these two resistors, and these are old ceramic. What is this from? Oh, this is from the mid 90s, this board, by the way. I had looked it up. 19 actually, so these labels here, there are clearly a ton of them stacked up. The last one was from 1999, and it was clearly professionally refurbished, so God knows when this board was actually made. It's for the C1 Action Claw. Trying to find any replacement parts for that. Come up nothing. All you come up with is a bunch of people who had the same problem. So here we are. I'm gonna pull these guys off just so the lighting's a bit better. I love these things, man. These relays, these huge old relays. Look at those things. Look at the size of the solenoid in that thing. That's just a bit better up here. Maybe a little. Yeah. I should use that camera down here. That's what I'm gonna do next time. But yeah, like just a cool old bit of tech. These are beautiful. I would keep these regardless and do something cool with them. So I'm gonna put those over here for now. So we're looking at getting these two ceramic resistors off of here and seeing if they even resist. Wow, there's a huge hole. What used to be there? I think something used to be there. I'm gonna have to look up whatever whatever. There's light in here. Oh wait, I got a better idea to do this way. Whatever used to be here blew right off the board. Like you can see the two holes on either side, here and here. So there was a thing, I don't know what it was. It says R4, which is usually indicative of a resistor, but these are also resistors. It could be implying that. We're gonna see. I could probably pull up a picture of this board online somewhere too and see what's supposed to be there. Either way, that thing literally exploded and likely took a bunch of stuff down with it. So we're gonna try to figure out what it took down with it. So figure out what I need to order. So I'm gonna test these two resistors. These two things here are rectifiers. Oh, that's pretty neat. Tilt this way. These guys are rectifiers, and these are a special type of rectifier that actually turn the motors on. And so when they detect a certain level of voltage coming in on one side, they actually let voltage from the other side pass through the center pin. So in this case, the way this board works is all of the control system. I'm sure you guys should see this. Yeah, it's pretty good. All the control system runs off this 24 volt side, and that's what's dead. All of that is totally dead. The controls don't light up. We don't see anything on that machine. It doesn't seem to be responding to any input. The motor side definitely works because the motors all work. The machine boots up. It goes through its sensing system, its homing system to figure out where home base is. It puts everything where it's supposed to go, tests everything. It all works great mechanically. It's just the control system is what we're having trouble with. So that makes sense because this stuff seems to relate to these thingies, which are what tell the motors to move when it gets the proper control voltage, and it's just not getting that voltage through. We could tell just by looking at this board that I do need like a microscope or something, but likely this is where the 24 volts comes in from the controls. Hits this fuse right here. Fuse is still good. That's super upsetting. I can tell the fuse is still good because, yeah, you can't see. It's not bad. The little thin wire that's inside that glass fuse there, when the fuse blows, that's burnt. Fuse is bad. And the idea is that wire is going to heat up and burn way faster than anything else on the board would heat up and burn. That's what's supposed to happen with fuses. That didn't happen here. And it's not necessarily because the fuse didn't work properly. It's likely because there was some kind of feedback that came from the other side that caused this all to burn out. When I found the machine, it did have a jam. It had the string that raises and lowers the claw jammed. And that could have, because of the type of motors that are in there, that could have caused a feedback loop, which then caused a bunch of shit to heat up here, burn out. And so it came from this side rather than this side. So fuse is definitely good. We don't think that's what burned anything out. We're gonna keep letting that go. Hang on, I'm gonna adjust my windows a slight bit here, so I can better make sure that I'm able to present this properly. Cool. That's good. All right. I'm digging it. Thanks a lot, chickens. Gnocchi Main, Gnocchi Mang, Gnocchi Gang. We're doing it. Maybe I should change my Twitter handle. I appreciate that. Definitely hit me up. I'll talk to you about electronic stuff all day, for sure. I'm into it. Thanks for joining. I know it's so super late. Catch you next time. Who else we got in here? Drop in a chat. I see you all watching. I know you're doing it. It tells me. Twitch rats you out. So anyway, we gotta figure out if these resistors work. We gotta figure out if these rectifiers work. Taking a deep look here. Check this jumper out. I don't know what this jumper does, but I do know that that shit is melty. I'll pull it off and show you. That is a wonky thing. It is not supposed to be that wonky. It is supposed to be a perfect rectangle. It is melty as shit. Those across the top 2 pins there. And that's because way too much voltage, electricity flowed through there, heated that up beyond what that plastic could handle, melted the shit out of it. So, looks like we have a charred resistor here. Can you guys see? Yeah, you can definitely see that. See that, how it's kind of darkened towards the center? That's supposed to be the same beige color as the rest. Should not be darkened like that. That's burning. That looks like burning. Let me scrape any of this off just to show you. Let's see, where's my scalpel? Oh, no, today we're working with dental tools. So. Yeah. I'm gonna take a picture of this right quick before I dismantle it and then forget where things go. Pro tip, kids. Oh, this is a way better way of doing this. Yeah, there we go. I'm gonna put this. I'm just gonna put it here. All right, so what does that jumper go to? That's the other question, because whatever that goes to, whatever that connects, may have been damaged as well. Like, this is easy to tell. Flipping that board over. A lot of these components can handle an over voltage and high heat, so it's not a huge deal other than what happened. So here's a great trick for PC boards. I've got one of these things. I think it was like, oh, there. It was $6.90 at American Science and Surplus. Did my hat die already? That sucks. That's what I get for buying Chinese hats. Let's see if it stays on. So, $7 at American Science and Surplus. Hey, Answorth. I saw you follow earlier, and I was like, "Oh, cool, new followers." I didn't recognize the name. I'm trying to be entertaining. I'm trying to really be educational with what's going on here. So, like, if you got no fucking clue about electronics, this is the place to be, because I'm explaining electronics. If you have questions about electronics or what I'm doing, ask me, and I'll explain it to you. I'm going to try to walk you guys through what's going on and try to give you diagrams and show you how to use the multimeter and stuff to figure out what's going on. So I hope you learn one thing, and I really appreciate you being a fan of the podcast. We could throw a bang podcast in the chat. Can I do that? I think I can. Bang podcast. Does that work? It's supposed to work. It's not working. Well, what are you gonna do? I'll have to troubleshoot that later. Lily, what's up? Lily is my first follower and subscriber, I think. I'm not sure. She's first at something, and then she perpetually lurks. Like, weirdest first fan ever. So back to what we're doing. Let's figure out where the electricity that comes from this goes, like where it comes from and where it goes, to figure out what might have broken like what it might have taken down, so that we could give it a closer inspection. Luckily, this is an older circuit board that only has a front and a back. Modern circuit boards often have multiple layers with multiple of these traces going through them in between, like a Twix bar. Is that how Twix bars work? Kit Kat, like a Kit Kat, the wafers. This hat is broken. I just charged it for like ever. I'm very upset about it. I'm just trying to hide my COVID hair. Gremlin guy. This is the board from the crane machine Jaku and I picked up. You remember that? Death Reaper of Souls. Thanks for the tip. I tried to make the background music like super chill. Is it too loud? Is it too quiet? Definitely give me audio tips in the chat. Oh, cool. Yeah, so for those just joining, I picked up a crane game, like an old like arcade crane game, like from a bar somewhere that I found on eBay, and Jaku helped me go get it, and it mostly works. It turns on, it boots up, it puts everything in the home position, but the controls don't work. And anyone who knows nothing about electronics can take a good guess at why the controls don't work. Yeah?
Oh, sexy girlfriend!
What's up, Fiend? Dragon Feeny threw me a follow. I got famous streamers doing the follows. Appreciate it, Fiend. Feeny, if you guys don't know Dragon Feeny, she is a Mario Maker fiend and fiend and streams perpetually. Pretty much anytime I fire up Twitch, Feeny's on there streaming. Appreciate it, Fiend. This is a polar opposite stream where I am fixing electronics IRL. So this is from the crane game. You can obviously tell where crap's broke. We got to test all these things. I'm going to try to figure out where the electricity from this melty jumper here came from and is going. And because this is only a 2-layer board that has traces on the front and the back, all these traces here, this is where electricity goes. It's like a little maze that the electricity follows. And electricity's, like electronics, especially basic electronics like this, not that hard. It's just like plumbing. It's just like, if you ever played like the old pipes games that had 1,000 different names where you had to move the pipes around to make the water flow the right way, and there was different little controls that did things to the water. It's exactly what we're doing here. So the water flows along these little pipes, and all these doodads do things to the water to make it do different things. And so we're trying to follow that water, and because there's only 2 sides to that, I can use this little cool $7 flashlight that I'm going to blind chat with. I throw it under the board like, oh gosh, that's bright. And I blind myself with this. And that's too bright. Let's drop it down one. Check that out. Instant board x-ray. So like before, after. So we can see the traces underneath the board. And that's going to let us follow where... This might be hard to do on cam, but you'll get the gist of what I'm doing at least. So we've got this jumper here that's super melty. And it looks like it connects up to this diode right here. And the diode looks okay. I know it's hard to tell. No, you could tell it's not melted. But then also it seems to come over. See that little trace to the left of that pin? Goes this way. And now the question is, does it follow this trace down or does it follow this trace up and over? We can't tell because this resistor is blocking it, so I have to like flip it over and see. So it's right. Put my finger on it. There. Flip it over. Here's our jumper. Okay, it goes up and over. So it follows this trace and it goes up this way and over this way and down here. Oh, follows this tiny little trace you can't even see underneath to here. And where does that go? And you guys probably aren't going to be able to follow this, and you just got to trust me. Oh, it goes here. See, that's my finger underneath, touching the trace. can see that faint trace down there. Comes up under here, goes this way, goes under this, oh, it connects to, oh, it keeps going. Connects underneath, that looks like a ground trace. Okay. But it doesn't look like anything we gotta worry about. Where did it come from? It came from this diode, which goes here, which connects to here. I think, right? Yep. And then from down here we go, follows this trace to this pin on this relay, and that pretty much corroborates our thinking. I'll leave it so you guys can just see how cool that is. Like, look at that. It's like PC board X-rays. So my thinking that I had mentioned before was that Gremlin guy, you're right. Like when I start work in the morning, I'll fire Twitch up on the side, and Feeney is there like crazy AM, killing it, always smiling, always laughing. And I'm like, how does anyone do this? How does Feeney do this? And I've met her in person, and she's always smiling and always laughing all the time. It's ridiculous. Feeney, you have no idea how much coffee I drink, so I need a better answer, because I drink lots of coffee. And I realize that lots is like a wide term, but it must be more than I drink, which feels dangerous. So when I first found this machine, and the VOD might still be up, and you guys can go back and watch us booting that up. But it didn't do anything. And once I took it all apart and put it back together, I found that the string that raises and lowers the claw, and it was literally a string, it's like a rope in there, was wrapped around the motor and jamming it up. Now in old analog electronics like this, with those types of motors, that can actually cause a feedback loop which sends an overvoltage back through the system and can fry stuff if you let it go long enough. So yes, there we go. These relays are what control, in fact, this specific center relay where we just followed that trace to is what controls the movement of that motor that raises and lowers the arm. So I think that confirmed our thoughts, and that's really cool because that means we're on the right path. And what I'm looking at replacing here is in that path, and may actually fix the problem. And so that's cool. Like, it's one thing to blindly, well, to first off just be like, I'll turn this off for you guys. It's one thing to just be like, hey, these are clearly probably bad. Let's replace those and see what happens. It's another to know that what you're replacing is probably going to actually fix something and what they do and everything. And so we're on the right path. This is super cool. This is great. Thanks, Gremlin guy. I was having cool. My alerts worked. I was having trouble before. Yeah. Thanks for the sub. Really appreciate it. Guys, all money from subs and donations and everything goes straight to all of the Get Us PPE work I do to obtain and 3D print and provide PPE to tons of medical workers around my area. In fact, tomorrow morning I got to get up super early to pick up a bunch of hand sanitizer and gloves and then take them to a nursing home way the heck in the south suburbs. But it's fun. I get to ride my motorcycle and I'm helping people out. So you guys get to buy me gas. And also I 3D print a lot of stuff for PPE, so that goes to pay for that. And then anything that's left over, I just donate to my favorite related charities. So I don't keep any of the funds from the stream. But of course, subs absolutely help me as a streamer. Follows help me know that what I'm doing is stuff that you guys like. Same with subs, really appreciate it. So thanks a lot. Thanks for the Prime sub, Death Reaper of Souls. I love it. This is great. This is good. Sorry I keep interrupting what I'm doing to thank you guys, but this is really awesome. I really appreciate it. I'm doing this to keep myself sane. That's why I just started streaming out of nowhere. And I just had a hankering of working on this tonight. So I was like, I'll fire the stream up, see who likes it. So, we're going to get to work. Depending on how tired I get, and I'm getting kind of tired now, I think we might just get to work on removing these things from the board and then testing them. I really think these might be okay, but who knows? They look fine, and what's cool about electronics is often you can eyeball it and be like, that looks fine, and it's often fine, but sometimes not. Hey, I appreciate that you guys have noticed what I'm doing with the COVID deal. Like, that's the way it goes. Like Fiend said, having someone who depends on you to do this, to do anything really, is really what's gonna make you go and keep doing it. And it gets disheartening when I see all of the trash that's going on with COVID all the time, every day. But then when I do something, when I make a handout for something and have somebody just personally thank me, like, it absolutely makes it all worth it. So thank you guys for thanking me in all the ways that you do. Who do we just have? Answorth. Answorth with a sub. Answorth threw me a blind follow this morning, and now he's dropping a sub on the stream. That's awesome. Super appreciate the sub, Answorth. This is great. This is going great. I'm digging it. I'm going to get back to work. So, as I was saying, we're going to remove all of these from the board and test them. Tonight, I might just get to remove them, and I might test them offline tomorrow. Testing them it's not what I think is an entertaining process, but who am I to say what you're entertained by? Yeah, Gremlin Guy, it's a shame that the security community has had to step up to do those great things, and that's what I keep thinking. Like, there was a process in place for this. I shouldn't have to be making and delivering PPE to hospitals. Like, I'm just some guy, literally some guy in a room. Like, look, I'm in a t-shirt and jeans fixing ancient electronics, but now I have to make sure doctors don't get sick and die. Why is that my job? But here we are. Getting depressed, getting back to work here. So what I'm working with here is, this is something I just picked up, and we're gonna see how super Chinesey it is. I might lift the camera up for it to show up, but this is a desoldering pump with a heating element built in. So this gets insanely hot, and it's insanely hot right now. It's like 40 watts, which might not be hot enough, but we'll see. I just picked it up. I was like, this looks neat. And then the other end is a pump. Put this down here. And it goes in like that. And then once you got that primed, you take this end and you heat up the solder along one of these contact points. Once it's hot enough, you hit this button here, and it sucks the solder through this little hole here. And then that removes that solder, and that solder is the silver stuff that holds the component in place. Sucks that out. Now there's nothing holding the component in place. Pull it right out. Boom. Easy.
Oh,
yeah,
sexy
I could.
girlfriend!
Thanks for the follow, Nick Tabik. Appreciate it. Digging it. Glad you guys are up so late. I could make, I mean, I don't know if half this stuff is on Amazon Prime. To be fair, like, I buy a lot of this stuff on eBay from China because it's way cheaper. I could make an Amazon Prime list. But, like, I've got bins and buckets and just tons of weird crap. Like, I'm talking, I have piles of, like, dental tools. This is literally, these are the exact same things that dentists scrape crap out of your mouth with because they're super useful for this. I mean, honestly, here, look, you know what this is. This is the dental mirror that your dentist uses. This is useful as hell for electronics repair. Okay, so get a dental kit. That's my advice. You guys know I love teeth. I could do a stream where I just dig through that bin and show you what things are, but is this on or is this off? This is off. I'll show you. Since we're on the subject, I'm going to show you guys this really freaking cool soldering iron I have before I get started on this. Like, you want to talk about cool electronics tech? This is my jam. So this is a soldering iron. So you totally cool to touch right now, right? Soldering irons are usually about, for those that don't know, about the size of this thing. So, night and day. This thing's like a pencil. Literally pencil-sized. And it's digital. And watch how... Usually soldering iron takes about 3-4 minutes to get hot enough to do anything. Watch how freaking fast this thing warms up. It's gonna get up to 300. And I know it's upside down. We're just gonna deal with it. Boom. 290. What was that? What was that? 15 seconds versus 3 minutes? And what's really cool is you can if I remember how. Both buttons. No, both buttons turns it off. One button. Yeah, there we go. What do I need? 320? There. Couple of clicks, give it a sec, locks it in. Boom, 320. That fast. That's insane. I love this thing. And then both buttons to turn it off. It's off. It'll be cool in about a minute. Like cool to touch in about a minute. That's everyone needs a digital soldering iron. Okay, I'll put together a prime list for you guys. Maybe I'll do that this weekend. It's great you guys get nerded out as much as I do on this. Yeah, so back to the desoldering pump. Who was asking about that? I think Roland guy. I didn't know this existed either. So I still have. I'm going to throw it out because why do I have it? Do you guys like this ASMR digging through my toolbox stream? Is that what you're into? You feeling it? So I had brand. Let's see. China. Oh, that's right. Here, hang on. Seed, but it's seed with 3 E's. You probably can't see that at all, but seed with 3 E's. S-E-E-E-D. If you guys are on drop.com, these turn up on drop.com all the time. Otherwise, eBay, probably Amazon. They're pricey. I think the base kit's probably going to cost you 70 to 90 bucks. But oh man, if you use the crap out of it like I do, it pays for itself. It doesn't pay for itself. Well, it might pay for it, like, because a regular soldering iron is 20 bucks. There's no way it could pay for itself. But if you are a nerd with too much money, then that's a great place to spend it. So I had a soldering pump. I don't know why I just use it. So I had this soldering pump before. Those existed. I knew these existed. But this doesn't heat up. This is just like, you got to stick the soldering iron on there, and then you got to like real quick catch it with the pump, and you miss it half the time and it sucks. And I was looking for something else, and I came across this through, I think, some awesome targeted advertising, and I was like, oh. Amazing. So, yeah, this works. And I definitely bought it off of eBay. So I'll see if I can find one on Amazon to give you guys a list. So I haven't used this yet. It might be terrible. It might suck in the wrong way. So let's see. So what are we taking off here? I'm taking off. Wow, what a mess. Definitely. I'm gonna pull this resistor off. So where's our two? Ooh, oh, this is terrible. I would rather not pull that resistor off because, you know what, I don't have as any stands to put these on, so I'm perpetually at risk of burning my entire building down. Show you what sucks about this. Can you guys see that all right? Maybe, because you don't know what I'm talking about. I'm just going to ask you vague questions. Hey, look at that. Look at that thing. Wild. It's a good stream. That's how you stream. So what my problem is, get the light over here. Ooh. Also, this is a cool setup. This like gooseneck ring light plus webcam. I know it's for other types of streamers, but this is what I use it for, and it's great. It's got a GoPro mount, but you could put any webcam on there, really. So my problem here is this. I'll flip this over and show you why that's a problem. There's no, and let me really call this home. So this here, it's not, there's not a like a through hole. It doesn't go through the board anywhere. See, like it's not on, there's nothing there. It's literally soldered to this trace. And that sucks to have to redo. Upside is I can test this resistor without removing it. So I think I'll do that. I should really look up what used to be here. Can test that resistor without removing it. But hopefully, yeah, let's do that first. And hopefully something's bad and then I can use the solder sucker. And if nothing's bad, I'm still gonna use the solder sucker. We'll try it on something, it'll be fun. So, yeah, I didn't think I allowed links, but there it is. It looks like my CloudBot's not working for some reason, is the problem. Maybe I forgot to mod the new CloudBot. Hang on, I think there's a doggo. What's up? What are you doing? What are you doing? Go get it. Sorry guys, doggos needed water. I'm gonna let him get some water and then I'll show you guys a really cool doggo. If you want. You guys let me know if you want doggos, if you don't want doggos. Like, this is your stream. You just tell me what to do. So if you hear a bunch of racket in the background, that's how doggos drink. Yeah, so I'm gonna test things, and then either way, we'll do some. What do you guys want first? Do you want me to test the solder sucker on some garbage electronics, or do you want me to show you how to test some of these components? I'll give you a few minutes to think, and I'll take a drink and show off a doggo. What's up, Crystal? Guys, Crystal Creeps is making us some awesome emotes and sub badges for this stream. Out of nowhere, she just offered to do it. She's amazing, and I super appreciate that. And she has demands of odd things in return, which I also super appreciate. Crystal's a fan of the babies. You know that? My weird stream babies. I don't know where these things come from, but they pop up everywhere. I step on them, they're like Legos in my house. Hang on, where are you going, doggo? Come here. Come on. Oof. Here, this is Adam. He is a doggo. And he is the cuddliest doggo that I have ever met in my entire life. I used to hate dogs because they don't cuddle. I like cats because they're cuddly. But he is the lickiest, cuddliest. He cleans himself like a cat all the time and he sleeps like a cat. He's a cat dog. Yeah. You want a tour? Want a tour of the dog? Is that how dog tours work? Up here. Up here we have the head. The head is where traditionally dogs will store their ears. He has very floppy ears, as you can see. Hey, we're up here. There we go. He has a super licky tongue that he keeps in his mouth and licks everything with all the time. And he absolutely just loves. Yeah, oh, of course. Let's do this. I forgot that I can control what goes on here. Where are we at? We're in the full cam. Now. Boom. No, that. Didn't like that, kids. Okay. I'm just gonna make it bigger, I think. Click. We'll do this. There we go. Oh. Who likes a big dog can? Yeah. There you go. Did anyone hear that burp? Did the mic pick up that huge dog burp? This is Adam. He also has horrible COVID lockdown here. Working on it. But he is very tired right now and super snuggly. If you guys have watched season 2 of I Got One on YouTube, you'll know Adam. He's a popular guest on the show. Watch this. Watch how much he will just cuddle and fall asleep. There he goes. He's in. He's down with it. So yeah. So that's him. He's got 4 paws. And I wish I could show you guys how he walks, because he walks like a little princess. It's ridiculous. But he loves being manhandled and prodded and poked. He's just very sleepy. Normally he's a little more active. But it is nighttime. It is night-night's time for the dog. Look at this. Alright. Oh, quit licking me. Look at him go. Just like licking. He's a licky kitty. He's a licky kitty. He's got, look at his tail. Look at this floofy. Look at how floofy his tail's got. Ridiculous. Just unacceptable. Oh, and he likes to sit up on your shoulder. Loves it. He'll stay there all day. Yeah. We're gonna get rid of him. Yes. This bad boy can hold so many of that word that I'm not gonna say because he knows that word. See if we can get another burp out of him though. No. Okay. Alright, put him down. What do you say about Adam? And it's Adam, it's A-T-O-M, because he's tiny. Alright, go night-nights. What he wants to eat. Okay. Let's make me tiny again. No one wants to look at this lockdown garbage. It's embarrassing. I'm embarrassed for you having to see it. Oh, it sticks out like that. We'll just hide it back here. Eh? Hide your mistakes, kids. Other dog, I don't know. Other dog's around. I'll definitely show him off on some stream because he's a goofy looking dog. Yeah, babies? We got babies. Babies are all over the place. Oh, this is such a good scotch that I have. Scotch makes a lot of things better. So a little sip of scotch. Sam Jammer, I'm a pen tester now. I've been a pen tester for years and years and years and years and years and years. If you go look at my YouTube channel, I have talks about it. I'm Johnny Xmas on YouTube. I have one called Couch to Compromise you might be interested in. What do we settle on about, am I going to use the solder sucker or am I going to start testing components? Honestly, you guys didn't decide, so I'm gonna settle on. We're gonna use the solder sucker and see what this thing does. It's also fun to say solder sucker. And 1 second. I'll be right back. In 1 minute. Here, have an intermission.
Our altitude.
Right now we're 1,000 feet above the ground.
We're at 1,000 feet right now. We're right next to everything. You know, I probably haven't even been to Navy Pier in 20 years, and now I'm flying just a few feet over it.
Christmas, and I'm a real-life hacker for hire. The theme of the contest was that you were hacking into various companies' websites. The strategy overall, go where they're not expecting. Looking at the source code, talking directly to the server that's hosting the web page. It had a lot of red herrings that were incredibly frustrating. I was angry. If that was the idea, good work. Normally I'll wake up 8:45. I'll grab my skateboard, ride straight up the road to work. It's a 15 to 25 minute ride on the board. There's nowhere near my house for a helicopter to pick me up. Where are there helipads? There's surprisingly few for a city the size of Chicago. DICE did a good job creating a challenge where you have to have the hacker mindset in order to solve the challenge. I'm looking at the helicopter. I will get out of the limo, get into a helicopter, get out of here. That's pretty freaking cool.
No, it definitely makes you appreciate it all over again. You know, I've lived here my whole life, and this is a view I've never had.
That button. I hit the wrong button. It's the microphone button. I'm back. Yeah. Thanks, Nick Tabak. I'm new. Jathan, you pinged me on IRC, but I'm gonna call you out here. Thanks for watching. I distracted him with doggos, and now his entire work is down. Thanks for watching, man. Appreciate it. Oh, I don't like that. The shuffle is bad on this when I restart the scene. I'll have to fix that. Okay. Solder sucker time. What do I have here? This is a, if you guys saw my hat that yells at you when you touch your face, this was the sensor and speaker part of it. This is from a, I don't want to ruin this though, but this was from a motion sensor home alarm system. It's like $9, and I had hooked it onto the hat like this. And then I had gutted one of those greeting cards where you can record your own voice, and recorded myself yelling, "Stop touching your face!" and then connected the two together and put it on the hat. and it was pretty funny. Let me find some piece of shit. Let me find some piece of shit I don't want. Where's that dog? I hope he didn't hear me. Well, whatever. We're gonna do this. I can get another one. These fucking babies everywhere. Alright, so we're gonna try to remove... Oh, you know what I'll do? I'll remove this. This is the... Let's get this right into that camera. This is the motion sensor. And I am gonna remove it. So it connects to these two pins here. Schnoo and schnoo. So I'm going to remove those two schnoos. Just lay down there. So let's see how well this dumb crap works. So you just stick it in the hole. Electronics repair is always very exciting. Wait till it's nice and hot and stick it in the hole. Then you just wait. Don't do anything. You just wait. Hey! Wow! Let's see if I can make you see that. This is backwards for me, so... Yeah, see it? So, hang on. So, hard to tell, maybe. No, it's pretty easy to tell. So, like, you've got this one on this side, which clearly looks different from the one on the other side. The one on the other side has all the solder removed. I'll hold it up. This way, I'll point with my finger there. Nope. Not happening. This is hard to do. I need, like, a macro lens for this. But, yeah, that worked really well. Yeah, there. Oh, you can see it really nice there. So here's how it looked before. Here's how it looks now. Pretty damn cool. Great purchase. Thanks, China. Let's try the other one now. So just push the pump in. Hold it on there. Oh, it melts it right away. Boom. Boom. Look at that. Dropped right off. Wow. That is freaking cool. That is freaking cool. Definitely. Let's see if I can get a... I mean, the brand is a desoldering tool, so would recommend this brand. I've heard of them a lot over the years. It's funny, it says soldering iron on there, but it's not what it is. So, I don't know. Looks like that. But either way, it's 40. It's not like there's a lot to it. So 40 watts is pretty good. I don't know. Looks like that. Start looking, kids. Maybe I could find it on Prime and throw it in that list you wanted. Holy crap. Look at that. Super clean. And now I can reuse this elsewhere, or it's easy enough to replace. Yeah, it's a good time. Oh, man. Wow. Somebody clip that? I know you're supposed to clip stuff on Twitch, and that seems exciting. I don't know. I just work here. Yeah. All right. My bot's not working, and it's bothering me. Let me see if I can fix it. What are you guys up to tonight? Why are you all up so late? No response. Cool. Digging it, guys. Your holiday LED matrix? What holiday is it? I hope Memorial Day and not like the holidays. Because otherwise that's a really long project. Claudbot's up. Let's see. I forgot to mod it. Too much coffee, Answorth. I know how that goes. I have that same problem. I remember the day where I was an old man and having coffee after 6 p.m. meant I'd be up till 3 a.m. That's why I have scotch at night now. Oh no, I didn't have the link protection on because it wasn't an issue. I think what I just did is I got super lenient with you guys and said, yeah, go to town. If somebody starts doing bad things with it, we'll put it on. But yeah, no, you guys are cool with links. I guess I was cool with links. Go nuts. It's good having a scotch, drinking while handling electronics and extremely hot things. Grandma guy, were you here for my skateboard stream when I was working with all the programmable LEDs? Yeah, I mean, give me a reason to ban people. I mean, that's more fun than just like blocking links. I like, you know, throwing down the ban hammer. Actually, I could put this here so I can see what you dudes are doing. Bearcat Girl, late night Bearcat Girl. What's going on? Why are you up? Yeah, did you see my steady hands? Death Reaper's Souls? Here, let's watch. Let me try to point at something. This is the nerd breathalyzer. Point to the capacitor on this PCB. Oh, there is none, sir. This side. There, I'm doing good. I'm doing alright. I can still point to it. I'm a little jittery. Shut up. Oh man, Bearcat Girl, I was getting X-rays. That's exactly what was happening. Who's that? FaZe Junior Cloudy, thanks for the follow. Appreciate it. I really do. Follows let me know that I'm doing things that are actually interesting to someone who's not me, which otherwise is a big waste of my efforts. So I love when you guys follow me. Thank you so much. Welcome to the club, the Johnny Gang. I don't know, we need a name for you kids, for the Johnny clan. Johnny's little babies. You guys are my little babies. Don't call yourselves that, and don't let me ever call you that ever again. That's it for that. The elves. Yeah, that name has caused. Actually, when I was first setting this stream up, I was considering a whole Christmas theme, and it looked really cool. But then when I stood back, I was like, "This is way too much," and so I just went with this basic crap. Bearcat Girl, I have a bone spur in my foot, it turns out, but I had gotten myself some plantar fasciitis from doing deadlifts that was exacerbated by a bone spur. It was a whole nightmare, but we got me on some meds that might help, so yes, meds. Death Reaper of Souls, I can promise you we're not going to come up with the fate of the crane game on this night's stream, so don't make tomorrow miserable for yourself staying up to watch this. Yeah, Bearcat Girl, I have foot pads and they're great, and then what happened was I had thrown my old ones out because they were super worn down, and I was like, these are garbage, and I tossed them, and then I went and I did some deadlifts without the foot pads, and that immediately caused a problem. Yeah, but I should be okay. I shouldn't need surgery, but we'll see. Gremlin guy, I don't know if I'm gonna drop that knowledge on this stream. Maybe I'll do a reveal where I'll tell the story of where the name John Christmas came from. If I get 1 million subs. It's a reasonable number. Does anybody have 1 million subs? Is that a thing? Is it like just Ninja? What are we doing here? I was gonna test resistors. I'm gonna kind of back this up so you can see what I'm doing. Wow, that looks so good. But still don't buy GoPros. I hate GoPros. 1 bit. We're on our way, Gremlin guy. 1 bit for the story of Mystery Xmas. I don't know how many I need. I know it's not 1, and you're helping us figure that out. I have to do it YouTube style, where I'm like, name story reveal at 1 million likes. What am I looking for? I'm looking for, yeah, resistors like that, right? Oh, you guys can't hear it. Can I make this louder? Can you hear that? Hang on. Over this like dance club music I got going on. Is this music too loud or is it good? Are we digging it? Is it saxy? Do you like my saxy music? That's how you do it. Saxy dancing. Oh yeah. Hey guys, if you have Amazon Prime, that means you can throw me a Prime sub for free and it doesn't cost you anything. Just hit subscribe and then you click subscribe with Prime or some shit. Go do that. And then that might give me some money. I don't know. But what is important is any of the money that I do get from all of this goes to getting personal protective equipment to people who are on the front lines dealing with the COVID-19 crisis. That's what I do a lot in my spare time. That's how I started the stream, was I was 3D printing PPE for those people. And now, just tomorrow morning, I have to go deliver a bunch to the south suburbs. And it helps buy me filament to print face masks and ear savers. It helps buy me gas so that I can get down there. Not that I need it, but, you know, it helps. And it really lets me know that you guys appreciate what I'm doing and that I should keep doing it, so... I know Bear Carrot Girl is like my #1 fan for that stuff. And really, like, it's the appreciation that keeps us all doing this. Because the government failed us, everything failed us, and now it's up to us. And it's really hard for me to get motivated sometimes, but to have people just say, hey, thanks. Hey, I see what you're doing and I appreciate it. Hey, I like what you're doing on Twitch. I'm going to throw you a follow. Like, it really goes a long way without costing anyone anything. Yay, thanks. Emotes. It's funny how good that makes me feel. Oh yeah, cool. It is out of alignment. Thanks. I was hoping someone would throw me a cheer so that I could fix that. Let me fix that right now. the recent shear one. Sorry, I built a lot of this myself in OBS because Streamlabs OBS is a just steaming pile of garbage. Alright. Let's make him a little bigger. Get him in there. Is that about where everyone else is? Oh, but now the follower is super small. It's hard to see on here. Recent follower. There you go, make you bigger. There you go. Hey, Phase Junior Cloudy. Thanks a lot for the follow. Get you in there. And I know that's gonna make somebody else go over now with a huge username. But that's half the fun. Let's make this one bigger. There you go. There you go, Answorth. Answorth 42 again. Thanks for the sub. Super cool. I will spend more time tweaking these into an exact position off stream. I wish the recent donation could be bigger. I guess it could, but that's for another time. Just getting those bits in. Just killing it, guys. Just thanks. Those one bits, those almost make me want to not ever tell this story. Maybe this one doesn't have audio. So what I'm working with here is this is a multimeter or a multimeter, and this way. Lets you test electronics, different kinds of electronics, different electronic components, in a myriad of different ways. And I am not going to go through the entirety of what this thing could do because it's bananas. You can get one of these for $10, probably $5 now, or you can pay $50 for a great one. It depends what you're doing. It depends how old and blind you are, because the more expensive ones have bigger screens. So this is my dad multimeter because of the screen. Yeah, thanks, Bearcat Girl. Everything's gonna be fine. I really appreciate you stopping by, even though it's super late. Good to see you. Thanks for doing the thing. So I've got this set to test these resistors, and oh yeah, Nick Tabik. Is it Tabik or Tabik? You got to tell me. Yeah, a great Fluke one could go. Well, Fluke makes like $10 ones too, but a great Fluke multimeter, which is like the de facto standard, is crazy amounts. But I have no need for that. Mostly what I do is check very low voltages and resistance. And so what we're doing here is checking resistance. And what that does is it passes electricity between these two poles. And you see, if I do this, I end up with a resistance of 0 because there is about 0. There's no resistance. There's a little bit of resistance, and that comes from the metal that these are made of being slightly resistive. But you want about 0 for a clean connection. Now resistors, literally what they do, they're called resistors because they resist, but they don't completely resist all electricity. They convert a little bit of electricity to heat, and their purpose is to lower voltage. And so you get in 12 volts on this side, and well, anyway, that's what they do. They burn off excess voltage as heat. So if you got 12 in coming in and you only wanted 10, then you get a resistor of the right size, type, and it will heat up and burn off those extra electrons, which is really cool, but let the rest of it through. So I'm going to test this guy, and so you just hit the lead on either side. And I know you can't see that too well, but you can trust me. And that is an infinite amount of resistance. That is no resistance. This is very bad. Oh, there we go. What? Am I hitting the wrong? See, you're not really supposed to do this while they're connected because electricity from one can find another path around the board to where you're hitting on the other side, and you get false readings, but I'm being super lazy because I'm tired. And I don't know what the resistance on these is supposed to be, but I know it's not supposed to be 0. But what can happen is if you burn them out, sometimes they'll fail open, and that's bad news. Looks like this one is 70 ohms. That's probably right, given the size of this. generally the larger the resistor, the more resistive it is. 70 is pretty huge when you're talking small electronics. If this other one also comes out to 70, then we probably can say they're both good, because at least they match. Because the chances of them failing both identically in the same way is very, very odd. Thanks, Gremlin Guy, for helping me pad that Amazon list. And the wrong link for my Amazon list. So I'm going to try to test this resistor from the other side. So I usually just stick my finger under there, flip it, see if we can find it. Oh, geez, yeah. So it's between these two Bernie points. That's great. Flip it around this way. Oh. Hey, can you guys tell where the board had a problem? I'll give you a minute if you need it. Put the black paint on it to mark, so I'd be able to keep track. Let's make sure we get the two, so it's like this one, and that guy, yeah, that guy. Yep, so let's see what these come out to. Yep, about 70, so I think these resistors are actually fine. Look underneath it. So, yeah, so underneath these is where the writing is written what they're actually supposed to be, but because they're stuck on the board. Although we did show how fast that solder sucker is, but I don't know if I can. Yeah, you can kind of see that writing down there. I mean, I can't even read what it's actually supposed to be, but that's where they mark the resistor on exactly what kind it is and what the resistance is, so you can test it. So unfortunately for these, the way they soldered them on the board that way, I'd have to take them off to see. But because they're both 70, the chances of them both melting oh, the camera's gonna, hang on, I gotta poke my GoPro or it yells at me. See if that goes away. There we go. The chance of them both melting like the exact same way it's like hitting the lottery. So yeah, it's actually not overheating. Normally this GoPro overheats. It's a piece of shit. I don't know what happened to GoPro. Ever since the 5, they've been absolute trash. So we're gonna assume those are good. So that's cool. I gotta figure out what happened here. Maybe we'll do some Googling. These might be fine. This one looks rough. This also is a resistor, but it looks completely different because it's much smaller. That was this guy yelling at me for being on too long. So hit there and there. Oop, I had something for a sec. Getting about 15 ohms out of that guy. Might be good, might be bad. Let's find out. I'm gonna show you guys how to find out. This is fun. We're gonna get Sesame Street with this. Yeah, it does look good. I like the I mean, the low light quality on it sucks. See, it's all grainy. And I mean, it sucks really close up, but to be fair, that's not what GoPros are for. My main problem is this thing just turns itself off. I have 2 of them. They both just randomly turn themselves off for no reason. They're not overheating, although one of them does overheat all the time. They're just garbage. And I've yelled at GoPro a ton. They don't care. They're making money hand over fist because people buy them because they got that brand loyalty now. Let's get a browser window open. see if I can get this in here. I sure did. No, that's not what I wanted at all. Why did I even do that? It's late, kids. I want a window capture. Yeah. No, that's not the window I wanted. Oh, I know why I can't find it. Wait a sec. There it is. Check out this madness. Maybe make it a little smaller. A little bigger. Let's go all the way. I'll put it. Because you probably still want to look at me, right? Right? So, mic over here for a bit. What we're looking at is a 4-band resistor. Oh, and I can get the board over here. We can actually do this live. Whoa. Get these babies out of here. Where's the right corner? Is it this way? It is. Okay. So, trying to do this based off the screen. I'm trying to get it back on it. Maybe I can prop it up so you guys can see it. Okay. Oh man, I gotta show you guys this Bondix stuff too when we got a chance. There we go. Oh, great. Cool. Okay, so what we're looking at here is this guy. Answorth, that's valid. I understand. You're totally right. Here's a little guy right here. So, why do I have these? We're looking at this resistor here, and these 4 different colored bands that are on here are, oh, Hack for Kids! What's up, man? Hack for Kids is checking me out. I just noticed you. Thanks for coming in. Yeah, Hack for Kids, I'm awake. Guys, Hack for Kids is awesome. Definitely, if you're into kids and hacking, more on the hacking side, check out Hack for Kids. Hack for Kids, throw a link. hackforkids.org, I bet it is. Specialize in teaching hacking and just general computers and computer security to kids ages, I think, like 8 to 12 is the range. You could tell you, but there you go. Oh, that's right. You're on Twitch too. Of course you're on Twitch. I'm looking at you. Yeah, cool. Thanks for coming in. Good to see you. Anyway, I'm trying to work on this board that we pulled out of that crane machine that I'm pretty sure that you saw that I had picked up earlier. Wow, that's a wide range. Cool. Yeah, you guys are awesome. And since I'm putting together this Amazon Prime list for you guys, you can use smile.amazon.com and pick Hack for Kids as your charity of choice to give them a few bucks while you're shopping. So there. So we're looking at this resistor here, and you guys can see that I don't know if it's, yeah, it kind of picks it up. There's 4 colored bands on here. It looks like kind of a red, green, blue, and a gold. Those bands actually tell you what the resistance of that resistor is supposed to be. And what I've got up here in this window, you can see, is a, let me pull it up in a place where I can see it, because that's the most important. There we go. Is this mess anything up? Nope, still good? Cool. All right. This is what we're looking at. Yeah, you guys are still good. Cool. So, now I gotta figure out which end is which. And it's the end that has the 2 stripes that are closer to each other. These stripes look equidistant, and that's annoying. Am I looking at the wrong kind here? Nope. It's a 4 band, for sure. We're gonna figure this out together. Nick Tevick, you're right. It's been a long time since I've had to do this. Yeah, the gold silver is the multiplier. Yep. Okay, and so that tells you exactly where you stand. Yeah, Hack for Kids, we're learning this together again. It's been a long time since I've had to figure out resistors. Because my whole kit, I'll show you guys.
Gunne raatte bidbut againuantetta tank euforuati aurdaim kfor chavitanti first respondersanti presenting tisechuriti chomuniti soil.
Gremlin Guy, thanks so much for the 1,500 bits and the message spoken in Russian. You unlocked Russian girlfriend. You figured out how many bits that takes to get Russian girlfriend to read your goofy message. I didn't tell you guys that's in there. Gremlin Guy found an Easter egg. For some amount of bits that is around 1,500 or more, Russian girlfriend will read your message. I appreciate it, Gremlin Guy. I really do. I appreciate you appreciating it. I appreciate you saying something. It really is what keeps me going. It sucks that I have to do it, but I do love doing it. So one of the problems with these resistors is figuring out what kind of colors we're looking at. And the colors I see on my screen are pretty accurate to what I'm looking at here, and it sucks. So sometimes you gotta guess. I guess brown. And then it's like greenish. What do you guys think? Nick Tevick, I've been having her try to email you for like years, and you never respond. I'm glad you guys like Russian Girlfriend so much. There's more. There's more in there. There's one of them is Welsh. So someone has to unlock Welsh Girlfriend. That's crazy to listen to if you've never heard anyone speak Welsh. It's like Gaelic, but with marbles in your mouth. Alright, now which one? Yeah, okay. So, Nick Tevick, middle one is the multiplier. We knew it was one of them. At least it tells you on the side there, so we can figure this out. So what are we looking at? I think it's blue. It's blue or black. This thing is burnt up. It sucks. It might be black. I don't know. Where's my $7 American Science and Surplus flashlight? Is it purple now? I shouldn't have shined a light on this. We're having a bad time. I think it's blue. Yeah, Hack for Kids. I could. What fell? Okay. I could not find the schematic for this anywhere All I could find is a lot of people complaining that the board burns out, which is pretty funny. Don't really need the schematic. It's pretty easy. Like, you can, when I move the window out of the way, you'll see. But like the board, it's pretty easy to follow what's going on. There's only two sides to it. It's from the 90s. We're getting through it. Tolerance. That's gold. So, 15. There's no way there's a 15 million ohm resistor. Well, we can find out. We can find out if we screwed that up. Testing it. Gonna make sure I'm not touching the wrong stuff. I gotta test this in the back end. You guys hear that? I don't know what that noise is. All right. It stopped. I'm gonna go back to my music now. I do have 8 ghosts left from Ghost Express. Guys, if you want to send ghosts to anyone anonymously, check out ghost.express. And I will ship a ghost to anyone you want, and they won't know who sent it. Ghost.express. So right now I'm going to test this resistor on the back end. Where does this go? Here's my PCB X-ray light. There you go. It's right there. Cool. All right. It's there, and then it's those 2 points. Cool. Got it. Test those guys. Hey. Yep, it's black. I was wrong. So here, and I'll show you. So you see how black is a multiplier of 1? That means 15 times 1. And I thought it was blue, which means it's times 1 million. And so I'll show you how we figured out. Oh, I wish I didn't close that window. Oh no. No. Anyway. Where is this one? Oh, I put it in here. There it is. Okay, so how I figured that out was, see my meter here, and tested it, and it came out, come on, you can do it. This gets super picky, and you gotta be right on there. That's why these tips are so fine. I promise I just did it. Oh, you saw it, hang on. Oh. I haven't set this automatically shut off, and apparently it still does it when you are using it. There. So 15 ohms. So given that we weren't sure if it was 15 ohms or 15 milliohms, and I tested it and came out to 15, that means that it was very likely black and 15 ohms, and also that it's fine. So that's cool. That means it's another component we don't have to pull off this board. I'm starting to think that all that's really wrong here, and this is what's cool about old electronics, is you can beat the shit out of them, they still work. Given what we've learned so far in this stream, leading up to this, I'm really thinking, unless these two rectifiers are bad, and those are a little tricky to test, and I have to do some more research because I looked it up 3 weeks ago and I forgot how. But they might be fine because also rectifiers like these, they melt if something bad happens, and they look pretty good. So I really honestly think that this might be as easy as figuring out what was here. Something was there that exploded, and it might have been a resistor. Sorry, I'm looking at it when I should be showing you. You can see, where's my pokey tool? You can see here and here. If I kind of turn it, it's under that resistor lead. There, right behind that other resistor lead, right here. There was something that connected to here and here. And clearly the middle of it was there, and that shit blew up. I gotta go see if I can find a picture of someone else's board and see if we can figure out what that was. And this might be as easy as just replacing that component. That would be absolutely nuts, but I would buy a few of them and try it. We'll try it on stream. Death reversals, like you have no idea. Our government, literally, there was no way our government could have fucked this up worse than it did. We had a pandemic plan in place. We had a team that was trained on this recently, and our president fired everybody, well, most everybody, and the rest of them quit after that happened, and they weren't replaced. They were literally trained in China on how to deal with exactly the situation. And what's really bad is the city they used for the training was Chicago, where I live. And so if our president had not just fired and scared everyone off, Chicago would probably have been in the perfect situation to deal with this pandemic. Oh, is that, did you find one? Let's see. Let me see if I can, yeah, let me pull that window up here. But I am getting tired and I'm gonna go to bed soon. But let's see what you got. That's the one. Let's see if I can get like one here. And this get like some side by side. Otherwise, whatever. I don't like this light. I mean, that's PCBs, that's just how they reflect. But okay, what are we looking at? Looks like he's got a different revision. And that's what it is. I've got revision A. I don't know, looks like his says revision A too. Granted, let's remember, this has been rebuilt. Yeah, you're right, there's nothing in that position. So what we're seeing in that same position, hang on, I'm gonna turn this music down because it's bugging me. Oh wait, I could just do this. So what we're seeing, now you guys can see my mouse. Can you see it here? No, okay. So where the two white resistors are on my end, his board has two smaller, more modern resistors in the same positions. But you're right, there's nothing in that spot. But something was clearly there. It's weird nothing goes here. Something was They're on my board. Death Bro Cells, thanks for the bits. That does help. It seems like you would think like, what's 898 bits gonna do? You have no idea how many ear savers, which are the little things you can clip your mask to and they go behind your head so they don't sit in your ears all day. I hand so freaking many of those out to homeless people and medical workers, but like the homeless people are way more. I'm surprised at how appreciative they are of them. Because you think they would not give a shit about masks or any of this because they got bigger problems. But man, when I give them these ear savers, they're like, holy shit, thanks, man. So like 898 bits actually helps me. Let me do some math. It's about 65 ear savers I can print with those bits. So yeah, not counting electricity, but whatever. It's not like I'm counting. So I appreciate it. C1 is missing on my board altogether. No, it's you think you can't see because of the light. It's there. See C1 Action Claw AC1 Revision A. Mine definitely had something in there because I can see like. It was here, and it was here. And it melted here. Oh, you guys can see that. Oh wow, this everything got super messed up. It was here and here. And it burnt out there. Yeah, so I don't know. Clearly it's a different version of the board, so who knows. Oh, you guys want to know a fun fact? It took me a while, but I figured this one out. There we go. This knob here, you know what this does? Guess what this knob does for the crane game? I'll let you guys guess. It's not quite the win rate knob. It's it's tension on the claw. It's claw strength controlled by an analog potentiometer. In modern claw games, they actually have like a digital win rate, and you can set shit like you can set garbage bullshit like you can set the claw to randomly lose strength at any point during the carryover, and you could set it to like every 6 attempts the claw will just drop the toy no matter what how good the grip was. Like modern claw machines, I don't know how there's not lawsuits against these things, but this is how they used to do it. That was your claw strength. Just turn the knob. It's like, how bad do you want to screw your customers? Set the knob to the desired level. Who said there was a cap there?
Oh, sexy girlfriend!
Is that what you meant by C1? Like C1 was supposed to be a capacitor? Hansworth, thank you so much for the 2,000 bits. Holy shit. Thank you for having Russian girlfriend give me 2,000 bits. It's super appreciated. That's crazy, guys. Thanks a lot. Again, all that money, all of that goes towards PPE and other stuff that's COVID related here in the US. If I ever have anything left over, it'll all get donated. I'm employed. I don't need to stream for income. And I know you can give that to other streamers that you like, so I appreciate you putting it here where I can put it to good use. Hack, what were you talking about with C5? Or C1? Like you said, where is C1? Because the one under it is labeled C2. All right, let me close. Let me get this window out of the way for now. C1. Oh, yeah. Oh, you're right. I kept thinking C1 was part of the name of. Is C1 missing on that one? No. Weird. But this was never there. Oh, that doesn't even go anywhere. Look. Oh, because I mean the traces are on top. Never mind. I'm sorry. That was dumb. Where does it go? Goes from here. I don't know. Does it just go to ground? That's really thick. I think that's just ground. I mean, because there's no way that it like flew off. You'd see an indicator of that. It's just not on my board. That's very weird. That is a good clue. Yeah, I might be able to read the cat value, but there's a question of why isn't it? Why was it never here? Or why was it removed during one of the refurbishings that this board has obviously had done? It is. The trace does go right. No, it kind of bypasses it. Who's up here? Hang on. So here's C1. It's hard to tell because it's burning. But I see it come up. It bypasses this. It comes up this way, and it's this lead, which just hits this pin. I mean, I could go into the machine and really figure out where the pin goes. And the other way is just from here to. It's hard to follow now. It also goes to here. Yeah. Goes to here. I don't know, man. Yeah, that's a total break in the trace. That is an interesting find. I don't know. Yeah, it's not clipped. It was never there, so that had to be intentional. But it's weird because what is super weird is like it clearly bridges this trace to this trace, which has other things that it's doing. It's weird to bridge two traces like that. I had do action claw. Like the service manual doesn't have anything in it. What is this? AC1. And then if we do like an image search, which I'm sure is what you already did. Oh, cool. This is what I wanted. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot, guys. Just killing it. I don't know. What do you do? Machine. Game. Board. PCB. That's PS. Ooh. We're gonna start getting into NSFW stream really fast. Oops. Yeah. Throw in some quotes. The big choice. Oh. Nothing. I was having better look at this a while ago. Because, like I said, I found a bunch of people who said theirs were broken. But maybe I was looking through. Yeah. All right. Well, guys, it's pushing 2 a.m. here. I'm going to call it for now. We confirmed a lot of stuff. That was really cool. I got to get up early to deliver some stuff. I got to go pick up some hand sanitizer and gloves and bring them to a nursing home. I don't know why I agreed to do it so early. No, I do know I agreed to do it so early because I thought I was going to go to bed on time. And then I was like, oh, just go stream for a little bit while I work on this board. And thanks a lot, guys. So, yeah, I'm going to call it. I'm going to call it a night for now. This is really fun. We figured some stuff out. I'm going to do some research on the side. And once I have some better answers and something actionable, I'll bring this back out in a future stream. Stay tuned. Like and subscribe, smash that follow button, throw me a sub if you want to help me out. It helps me out either way. It helps me get close to partner, which is really important for some big future plans we have with Warp World in general. So if you haven't subbed, really would appreciate it if you could do that. And if not, throw me a follow. That's extremely helpful as well. Oh, it does show the cheers in there. All right, let me fix that while I get this on screen. I gotta shrink it though. I feel like such a jerk. Oh, I'm sorry, man. Oh. I can make it bigger and throw it somewhere else, I guess. But yeah, thanks a lot. Thanks a lot, everybody who hung out. Hack for Kids, really cool to see you in here. Cool to see you up at 2 a.m. Nick Tavik, Answorth. Oh man. Lily was in for a while. Lily might be sleeping or is still lurking. Gremlin Guy, all day, all the time. Always good to see you, Gremlin Guy. I'm just scrolling through here. Death Reaper of Souls. Good to meet you. Good to meet a lot of you. Bearcat Girl stopped in. That was super cool. Crystal Creeps, who's making you guys some cool badges and emotes for the channel. Once that's done, I'll get those in here. She is awesome. Again, thank you guys for hanging out. Let's raid somebody because that is the courteous thing to do. Nobody I follow is live because it's so freaking late. Let me try to find someone. Offline. You know what? You know what we're gonna do? You guys are gonna love this. You guys know Jason Mewes of Jay and Silent Bob fame? Jay from Jay and Silent Bob. He is on all the freaking time. He is a terrible Fortnite player, but that's all he does. So I'm gonna drop you guys into raid Jason Mewes. What's his name? Jay Mewes. We need a raid call. May 30th, streaming Cyber Defense Clinic for kids. That's really cool. Cyber Defense Clinic for kids. I'm gonna check that out. Thanks. Yes, and please hack the planet. Yes, but also that's a good raid call. No, that's great because like if we were raiding it, you know what? It's always funny, and I think like Jay Mewes, he might actually know hackers, and so we're gonna. Here, let me get a good. I need to get my emojis in here. We go hack the planet, and then like 1,000 exclamation marks, and. We're gonna use, what's a good hacker emoji? There you go, that's fine. We'll use it, Nick's got it. Done. That's our raid call. Alright guys, there it is. We're gonna raid Jason Mewes of Jay and Silent Bob fame. And that's gonna be the raid call. Everybody drop that in his chat when you get in there. Jay Mewes. Does this work this way? I might break it. Oh, it's follower and subscriber only chat. Alright, I gotta find someone else. What a jerk. But go, he's at @JMuse if you guys want to go see him. He's always streaming Fortnite. And he's just the worst at it, which makes it really funny. Oh, here we go. What's the handle on this? Chue. Oh man, I don't know how to copy Chinese usernames, but she speaks English. Oh, Chue, there it is, cool. So we're gonna raid this girl Chue. She is playing Final Fantasy XI, which just did a free weekend and had a big boost. Final Fantasy XI is a great game that a ton of my friends have gotten back into. And you should check her out. Keep the same raid call. Hack the planet. And we're gonna do it. Raiden Chue, because she's playing Final Fantasy XI, a 20-year-old game that's back online. Here it goes, kids. But thanks a lot. We'll see you next time.